There's only one player who deserves to be pulling off these moves that LeBron James has been pulling off, and that's Michael Jordan, and Michael Jordan only. I think I'm gonna rant about it.
Money's gotta be the shoes. Shoes.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Skinny Hardaway, and this is Retro Heat Check. Checking in one more time for the real hoop heads out there. And as always, thank you all for your likes, your shares, your subscriptions, your comments, and of course your questions. Hey man, continue to come in with those questions, guys, ladies. All of you in the hoop head haven, you guys have definitely stepped up. The questions that you guys have been dropping on me, man, have been fire. Definitely intrigued by the questions that you guys have dropped, and I have to say I'm extremely proud of you guys. I definitely the more and more I tap in with you guys, man, the more and more I just just love this community of hoop heads, man. The hoop head haven, definitely a place for us to congregate and talk ideas and share thoughts and ask questions and all that stuff, man. I definitely look forward to Wednesdays Q&A with Skinny each and every Wednesday. I definitely look forward to it, mainly because you guys just bring it every week, and I'm so proud to be associated and affiliated with you guys, man. I'm so proud that you guys are a part of my community. It makes me feel good. Although we are a small community, we're not the biggest, you know what I'm saying? Definitely not the biggest channel, obviously. But we're trying to grow. We're trying to steadily grow one hoop head at a time. But for the time being, man, I wouldn't trade none of you. I think that you guys have definitely made this channel what it is today. And I definitely thank you all. Thank you all, man. Thank you all. So tip of the hat to you guys. Like I always say in my previous videos, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will this channel. We're only going to grow day by day, one hoop head at a time. So congrats to you guys. Shouts to you guys, man. Keep up the good work. Keep those questions coming. Q&A with Skinny tomorrow night. And I know I got some fire questions, so thank you all. And you already know what it is, man. Time to give a big shout out to the squad. These are my guys. These are the guys that I rock with. They rock with me. We support each other. We all stand 10 toes down, going up against a huge conglomerate of basically real hoop haters. You feel what I'm saying, man? It's like from the NBA to Adam Silver, all the way down to Clutch Sports, to former and current NBA players, to LeBron himself, trying to come onto the platform hating, and of course the plethora of nameless, faceless LeBron fans. You fanboys get no respect here in the Hoop Head Haven. You will be checked immediately. So if any of my hoop heads, man, you see one in the comments that's getting out of line, go ahead and put the check on them. You already know what it is. You have my full permission, as long as you guys do it within the YouTube guidelines. Hey man, have at it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I am not going to stop you. I'm not here to stop y'all. So yeah, definitely, definitely, uh, uh, you know what I'm saying, these guys are definitely guys that I rock with. These are definitely guys that you should definitely check out and support. Give them a chance if you haven't tapped into any of these guys. I promise you, the content, we all come in different flavors, different styles. You know what I'm saying? We come with different approaches, different walks of life, different kinds of NBA fans. But trust and believe, we are all armed with the facts, and we are always on the same side. Although sometimes we do have little debates between ourselves, you know what I'm saying? But it's still all love at the end of the day. It's still all love at the end of the day, and I hope that you guys show them the same love that you guys show me. You know what I'm saying? Big shout outs to my guy, the inspiration of this channel, Sports and Fitness Rants, my guy. Big shout outs to Uncommon Sense, Scap Attack, Too Raw for Sports TV, Angry Oat Hoops, Uncut Hoops, my twin Phenomenal Fitness. What up? Hey man, check out Phenomenal Fitness, man. Check out my twin, man. Hey man, he is out here killing it. He's out here killing it. You know what I'm saying? He's always bringing some kind of content, man, and it's always, you know, comes from an angle of being, you know what I'm saying? I definitely got to give him a shout out, man. Definitely got to give Twin a shout out, man. The angles that he comes with are so unique. And they match up with his channel. They match up with his style. I'm definitely a huge supporter of his channel, and I want you to be as well. So definitely keep an eye out for my twin Phenomenal Fitness if you are not hip. That is Twin. You already know what it is, man. MJ fans are the best. NMB Sports TV, my main man Prince Sports, Man Down Sports, my guy Kobe Bryant Film Room, Geechee Life Sports Talk. Y'all better get in tune. Shekel Storm NBA, you already know, man. The myth, the man, and the legend. You already know. The Real Mind Crime, my guy, definitely my guy. D'Allen Ricks, probably one of the funniest guys in this space, man, but he comes with the facts. Definitely got to give him a shout out. Definitely got to give him a shout out. Also, NBA Fact Self Research. This guy right here, when it comes to just dropping content that just hits you over the head consistently and constantly with facts, check him out, man. No frills, no, you know what I'm saying, no fanciness, just straight facts, pure unadulterated facts. I sit down, I feel like when I tune into this channel, it's like I'm in class. I just sit down, I sit down at my desk, I put my books down, I got my pencil up, and I'm looking at the teacher. I'm listening to my main man drop nothing but facts, man. And go ahead and challenge him if you want. Go challenge him if you want. You're gonna lose because he comes armed with the facts. I mean, facts on facts on facts. So definitely big shout outs to him. My main man, Jordan versus LeBron, can't forget him. He's definitely giving you guys that raw, you know what I'm saying, raw perspective of an MJ fan. I'm just gonna keep it real. He definitely brings that raw perspective of a Jordan fan. I definitely enjoy his channel along with all the other guys that I've mentioned. These guys are definitely an asset to this space. Check these guys out, man. We definitely gotta be you know, supportive of these channels, man. And also real quick before we get down to the meat and potatoes of today's video, gotta give a huge big shout out, a big birthday shout out to Jessica from Motoring with Mouseball. Her and Mouseball, they are so important to this channel. When I probably had, I don't even think I had 20 subscribers. They were one of the first YouTube channels to really start to support me and really start to you know, lend their voices to my channel. And you know, I always try to do the same thing with these guys. They bring the motorcycle, the fast cars, you know what I'm saying, the auto, you know what I'm saying, just basically just the auto section. You wouldn't think that a basketball channel and a car channel would be, you know, basically almost joined at the hip almost in a lot of ways, because they have been so supportive. But definitely big birthday shout out to you, Jessica. Hopefully you have a wonderful day, young lady. Hopefully shoot, I mean, hopefully Mouse is out there just spoiling you like no other. So from all of us in the Hoophead Haven to our Hoophead VIP, Jessica, definitely we wish you a happy birthday and all the best, man. All the best on your day. So you already know what it is. And now we're going to get right down to the nitty gritty, because today it's going to be a closed door meeting. No new hoop heads to enter into the Hoop Head Haven. So we're gonna get right into it. And besides, I'm trying to get this video done before the thunderstorms start. And Lord knows I don't want to be doing this video in a dark house, just in case the power gets knocked out. But let's get right on to it, man. Yesterday I spoke about Bronny James and his placement into the into the NBA and getting drafted and getting basically veteran type of a veteran type of contract as far as the monetary and contract lengths are concerned, over guys who were much more deserving within the same place, and it just got me to thinking like, yeah, LeBron James definitely is a ego maniacal individual. At first I used to hate talking about LeBron, because I used to look at it as me being an Ohio guy, him being an Ohio guy. You shouldn't be talking down on people from your home state. That's kind of like it's kind of like a thing almost everywhere. You don't want to go against your home state. You never want to go against home, but I can't even say that the moves that he makes that's not Ohio. That's not Ohio. We're Midwest. You got Midwestern values, and you know what I'm saying, we move a certain type of way, and everything that LeBron has been doing is definitely Hollywood. It is not Ohio. It is straight Hollywood. And so now I don't feel as bad about going in on LeBron as I used to. I used to feel terrible. But not anymore, especially not now. Um, just watching the maneuvering and the mechanisms that were performing just for his son, to take a draft spot away from a much more deserving player. Like I said last night, I can't sit up here and tell millionaires or billionaires what to do with their money. Hey, if you want to throw $8 million at a kid who only averaged 4 points in college and absolutely did nothing and is absolutely doing nothing now currently, hey, have at it. You know what I'm saying? Have at it. Do your thing. But I go back to the father, because none of this is possible without one LeBron James and his ego. And it just like the moves that he's made I would have to say, ever since he left Cleveland the first time, when he left Cleveland for Miami, I think that's when he started to make that villain turn, so to speak. Because, when he first, the first few years in Cleveland, many people, and I have to say myself included, I rooted for his success. I rooted for him to do the right things, and it seemed like he was on the right path. Seemed like he was trying to do things the right way. It seemed like he was trying to be like Mike in a sort of way. Speaking of that, speaking of the be like Mike, just real quick, I know shameless self promotion. Please check out the Be Like Mike series. I'm very proud of that series. It's a two week endeavor, 6 episodes in 2 weeks, from Harold Miner, Grant Hill, Penny Hardaway, Kobe Bryant, Vince Carter, and Anthony Edwards. Videos that I had taken a lot of time, a lot of hours to put together. Saying, with the editing and all that stuff. I'm definitely proud of these. I'm definitely proud of this project. I want to do more projects in the future. But yeah, definitely check them out, man. Check them out on the Retro Heat Check channel. Please check them out. Check them out, man. I hope, I will have to say, bias aside, I definitely think that you won't be dissatisfied or disappointed. But back to what I was saying. He in LeBron's early years, you was kind of seeing that, hey, he's trying to follow the Michael Jordan playbook. He's trying to do things. He's trying to lift up a franchise by his own merit, and I was definitely rooting for him. I was definitely proud of him. I was definitely thinking that he was doing things the right way. I would catch games with my pops from time to time, because he was a huge LeBron James fan at the time. He loved those early Cleveland teams with LeBron James, with Anderson Varejao and Big Z, and you had guys like Mo Williams and Antoine Jameson and yada 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 yada, all those guys. So you're looking at LeBron in these days, and you're just like, he's doing things the right way. He's bumping his head. He's not. He's getting over that bugaboo of the Boston Celtics eliminating him. and it just seemed like, you know, he couldn't get over that hump. And I was thinking, like, eventually he's going to get over this hump. He's going to get over this hump. He is going to take Cleveland past Boston, and he's going to, you know, it's going to be almost like a Jordan-esque type of, you know, coronation, I guess, at the end for Cleveland getting to the title. I just really thought that that LeBron was going to get through the storm, get through the struggles, and eventually, you know, find that upper level, and you know, and take it there, and take Cleveland to new heights. But not so. After several, you know, disappointing disappointing playoff runs within the Eastern Conference. I mean, you know, having number one seed, squandering them, quitting. He quit his, you know, in the 2010 playoffs. Quit. I mean, it was really ugly. I mean, it was just a really ugly ending. And basically, it set off the endeavor of LeBron James basically cheating the game when he left for Miami, stacking the deck with Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade. Now, obviously, I keep saying, hey, you see the hats on the wall. You see the hats. A lot of Miami Heat hats. Yes, I am a Miami Heat fan, definitely. And, you know, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to hold you. Hey, those two championships was great, but those two championships that we lost were hell. I definitely I definitely have a new opinion of LeBron James by the time he left Miami to go back to Cleveland. I definitely will say that my attitude towards him has even worsened after all the years that he's done. You know, stacking up teams, stacking up talent, running back to Cleveland, doing the same thing, manipulating, you know, manipulating the front offices by drafting Andrew Wiggins and then turning around and trading him for Andrew for Andrew for Kevin Love. You okay in there? Okay. For Kevin Love. And I mean, he went to Cleveland. Kyrie wins the championship. Kyrie wins the championship. He's the one making all the big plays. He's the one hitting the big shots. He's the one guarding Golden State's best player. He's the one who stepped it up and took his game to another level, only for LeBron James to not only claim credit for the finals win, saying that he is now the best player in the world, taking Kyrie's Finals MVP away from him. I don't care about LeBron James' numbers and how he led how he led everybody in every number known to man. He was not doing what he was supposed to be doing in the crucial moments. When it came to a crucial moment in that series, it was Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving was the one hitting the big shots. Kyrie Irving was the one putting the clamps on Steph Curry. That was Kyrie Irving who took his game to another level. And LeBron James had a chase down block and basically rode that wave all the way into GOAT status. And then not only that, the ultimate insult to injury is he wanted to trade Kyrie right afterwards for Chris Paul, which was definitely a slap in the face and led Kyrie to wanting out of Cleveland, and he eventually escaped to Boston. But it was just like, it just moves like that. It just moves like these that continue to you know, you see LeBron James manipulating the media, manipulating NBA teams through Rich Paul and Clutch Sports. You know, especially with this Bronny James situation, you know, with Rich Paul telling teams that threatening teams that if you draft Bronny, he ain't coming. We're gonna hold out. Blah 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 blah. I don't think anybody wanted to draft Bronny anyways, to be honest, unless you wanted to get at his dad. That'd probably be the only way. But with all these moves, you know what I'm saying? With all that being said, with all the moves that he's made, the one person that I would say who I would say, hey, if he pulled half of this stuff, I'd be like, hey, you know what? Have at it, bro. It's your league. You did what you did to build up this league. Go ahead and do it. And that's Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan took this league from where Magic and Bird took it. And I would have to say on a somewhat similar scale, they also could have probably pulled off half the stuff that LeBron is pulling. They saved the league. They turned the league from a league that was on tape delay to this multi-billion-dollar conglomerate that you see today. But if there's one player, even over those two, it's definitely Michael Jordan. He took the game to another level. I mean, put eyes on the NBA that has never been seen before. And that was the casual fan. He literally brought in the casual fan. People didn't even know anything about basketball. They just wanted to see Michael Jordan play. Air Jordans were flying off the shelves. I mean, he made the game global just by his very presence on the Dream Team. His very presence on the Dream Team turned the NBA from here to here. They were out of here. They were on another level. Michael Jordan has done so much for the game on and off the court. He's turned Nike into a conglomerate. The same Nike deals that LeBron James is enjoying, you don't get that without Michael Jordan. You see what I'm saying? Michael Jordan definitely he has every right and every excuse to be like what LeBron James is doing. He has every right. He's earned it. He's earned it on the floor. He's earned it in the meeting rooms. He's earned it on Madison Ave. He's earned it around the globe. By the time he walked away from the game for the final time, he was solidified. Even before then, he was solidified as the greatest player to ever play basketball. And a lot of people think that he is the greatest athlete, period. And I am one of those who say that he is the greatest athlete of all time. Period. There's not an athlete like Michael Jordan. But the thing about Michael Jordan is that also makes us endearing to him is everything that LeBron James is not. He moves with integrity. He moves with a respect of the game, respect of those that came before him, a respect for those that are coming up behind him. His wanting to pass along the game to younger players, to pass along the messages of hard work and earning it. These are things that he passed on to even his kids. He could have made Marcus and Jeffrey. He could have made them NBA players just like that. All he had to do was go up to a front office and say, "Hey, you're going to draft my son. You're going to draft my son." And he could have pulled any kind of string. Just imagine him and David Falk. Just imagine David Falk calling around saying, "Hey, y'all, Marcus and Jeffrey are about to get drafted. If you draft them, we're holding out. Only Chicago is going to draft Marcus and Jeffrey. Only those guys. Nobody else. No one else. If you do, we'll hold out." Imagine, Michael Jordan, after winning his first championship, sitting down and just saying, "You know what? That made me the greatest player of all time." Michael Jordan, when people try to put him above other players of the past, he felt so uncomfortable. He was always willing to pass the buck. He was always saying, you can't put that on me. I never played against these guys. So how would I know if I'm really the best? I haven't played against these guys. I can't play against these guys. It's impossible. These guys played 20, 30, 40 years before me. And it was that type of humility that endured, that was enduring to fans. It was the simple fact that this is a guy who had every right and every reason to be a jerk. And sometimes, some people said he was. But, I mean, I would have to say, he kind of earned that. Because, I mean, a lot of people say that he's a jerk, but that's because he was trying to invade his privacy. And he's giving the public so much, it's like, dang, he can't have a little bit of time to himself, can't have a little bit of time to his family. So I don't fault him for that. But for him I could not see him being jerk enough to say, "Hey, I'm the greatest player of all time. My son's better play, or you know what I'm saying, or else." He definitely earned that. He could definitely have pulled a lot of the strings. He could have. I'm sure he probably, if he wanted to, I'm sure when Charles Barkley was a free agent, I'm sure he probably could have made a move or done something to manipulate, some kind of some kind of way to manufacture a team up with a Charles Barkley, or a team up with whoever, whatever plethora of free agent that was out there, you know what I'm saying? Or teaming up with a Shaquille O'Neal, you know, when he was going up for free agency, you know, just doing, you know, doing all kinds of moves like that. But no, Michael Jordan was all about competition. He wanted to win. He wanted to win. And he did things with integrity. One thing that LeBron James just does not seem to have, he does not have integrity, and unfortunately is passing down to his son. So now his son is up there faking knee injuries and stuff, and you know, sitting out and things like that, load managing and stuff. How are you load managing in the summer league? Like, come on, bro. You're trying. Well, never mind. You ain't even trying to make the league. Hell, you already made it. Look at your contract. Your very first contract is 4 years, 8 mil. Basically, it was a 7.9 mil, basically $8 million off the rip. You know what I'm saying? That's like, you know what I'm saying? Imagine Marcus or Jeffrey getting that as a second round draft pick. Like, I don't think Michael Jordan would even pass that along. Or imagine Kobe Bryant doing that with Gigi. God rest the dead. It's like these are the moves that separate those with integrity from those that don't. And LeBron James clearly does not. This is the same man who paraded his wife up to, who basically told his wife to get up there, parade herself in front of the ESPN ESPY stage, and call him the GOAT. Just disrespectful tactics, and it is so. I would have to say they're so tone deaf. It's so tone deaf. You know, just his ego, and just the way that he moves. It's like he does not. I don't even think that he doesn't care. I just think he doesn't. I think he doesn't realize it. But I would have to say, nah, it did go from he didn't realize it to he didn't care, because now this is a guy who feels that he can do whatever he wants. And with this whole this whole Bronny James situation, it lets you know that, hey, LeBron James definitely can do whatever he wants, and he has done nothing. He has done nothing to grow the game. Like, fans are actually turned off by what LeBron James has ushered into the league. Ratings are dropping consistently. And everybody's like, oh, streaming and all that. Man, ain't nobody watching NBA games like that, man. Stop lying to yourself and stop telling lies to the people. We all see it. A lot of people barely know any of these guys' names. At least back in the 90s, there was a plethora of guys who you may not be the most, you know, NBA basketball heavy fan, but you are knowledgeable enough to know more than 10 players. Like, I challenge a lot of people today. Name me 25 superstars right now that you can name off the top of your head. It's very hard, because you want to know why? This game is not very viable. When you're pulling off moves like this, it turns the fans off. What Jordan did engaged the fans, because you were literally watching a coming of age story. You were literally watching the underdog turn into the overdog. Because when Michael Jordan came into the league, the Bulls were dead last. The Bulls were flat on their backs. Trash. Just straight flat on their back. Trash. Just garbage. And then by the time he walked away from the black and red, they had 6 titles, 2 repeats. Heights never seen before and haven't been seen since. And these are the things that endure us to Michael Jordan. These are the type of moves that you could sit back and say, you know what? If Michael Jordan said, hey, Jeffrey Marcus is playing, okay, you got it, bro. You got it. They can play. We'll fast track and streamline these guys right into the league, no problem. Many of us wouldn't even, you know, wouldn't bat an eye. And there's some that, you know, there would be plenty that would be like, you know. But at the same time, though, what Michael Jordan has done for the game, you could almost excuse it. But LeBron James has done nothing but take away from the game. He hasn't given to the game the way Michael Jordan has given everything to the game. LeBron James has taken everything from the game, and now his son is beginning to take away from the game. He's already taken a spot away from a deserving player. He's already taken a contract that from a player who probably have earned that on their own merit, not just given to them because of who their daddy is. You know, nepotism. You know, it sucks because nepotism really does highlight in a lot of ways the ineptitude of of leadership and those that follow leadership, the lack of accountability from father to son, for the simple fact of the matter that Bronny James is already in the league, already being disrespectful, already disrespecting the game, already cheating the game, already disrespecting past players. You sitting up here talking about with no hesitation. Oh, I'll start my dad. I'll bench Kobe, but I'll cut Jordan. I'm cutting Jordan. He was so hyped when he said that. He seemed to be so excited when he said that part. It's like, why are you going out of your way just to be so disrespectful to a player who, if it wasn't for him, your father would have no pretty much no blueprint to follow. See, he tried to follow Mike's blueprint, but he's not mentally he's not mentally capable. I'm not saying he's stupid, but I was just saying because of his mental makeup, because of his ego, it won't allow him to evolve into that type of player. And that's why he's now a almost 40-year-old player who's overextended his welcome and has basically caused so much ill will to NBA fans that people really want to see him fail. People don't care if Bronny James fails. People don't care. People would love to see the James family out of professional basketball. I'm just gonna keep it real. People don't think that Bronny James is good enough for the NBA and he needs to go. And a lot of people feel that LeBron James has done so much crap to hurt the game that he has to go. And I am in that same ilk. And this is just another example of it. Michael Jordan, he could have done all of this stuff. And he would have been well within his right because what he done to the league. But because he has so much respect for the game that he would never, ever, ever have his sons get into the game or get into the league if they didn't deserve it, if they didn't earn it. He would never, and he never did. He told his sons, hey, there's some jobs at Jordan Brand that you can do. You ain't getting into the league. You're not good enough. You're good enough for pickup basketball. You're good enough for playing in the gym, playing at the park. You know what I'm saying? Getting a little run in, maybe some Drew League type of stuff, maybe. But you're not good enough for the big boys. And it would and Marcus and Jeffrey, they say, hey, it is what it is. We weren't good enough, but we can make our bag. You know what I'm saying? Doing the family business. That's what Bronny should be doing. That's what LeBron should have instilled with Bronny. Should have told Bronny, hey, if you're trying to get to where I'm at, you're going to need another year in college. Whether you transfer out of USC and go somewhere else, fine. You have to maintain your game. You have to put maintenance on your game. You have to constantly improve your game. But instead, LeBron decided, hey, my ego needs to be satisfied. I want to be the first NBA player to play with my son. I want to have that distinction. I don't care that my son is not ready. I don't care that my son was the 8th leading scorer on his on USC's squad. I don't care. I don't care that I'm going to be stepping on another player's opportunity to get drafted. I don't care that he's going to be taking money away from somebody who's more deserving because that's my son. I don't care. And it's because that attitude has now slowly, well, not slowly, it's been transferred to Bronny James. And you're already starting to see the results of it. And unfortunately, this is going to come to a crashing end. And the funny thing about it is, Michael Jordan could have done the same thing. But that's what separates a player with integrity and does things the right way and has respect for the game versus someone who doesn't. And now we, as the NBA fan, we have to suffer for it. And I think that's a damn shame. It sucks that we are victims of one man's ego. One man's ego has definitely put a whole league in such a position that it can only go down if it can only get worse. It will only get better once LeBron James is out of the league. And the simple fact that Michael Jordan, who had every opportunity to be like this player, chose not to, speaks volumes. Because Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time, and he has so much love for the game, so much respect for the game, so much reverence for the game, that he would never, ever, 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 ever cheat the game. He would never, ever, ever, manipulate the game in his favor. He would never, ever, ever, most importantly, set his son up for failure. He would never. And to set up your son for failure just for the sake of your ego. He definitely wouldn't do that. And that's a shame. It's a shame that we're witnessing this. It's a shame that the NBA is pretty much held hostage by these moves, and that we're going to be talking about this ad nauseum until it's over. But yeah, buckle up, get ready. It's only the summertime. We hadn't even gotten to the season yet. But I'm definitely convinced that and I'm very glad to say that I am a Michael Jordan fan. I'm proud to say that I'm a Michael Jordan fan, because ain't no way Michael Jordan would do this to the NBA. He would never do this to the league. He would never do this to his family. He would never do this to himself, most importantly. And that right there is what separates Michael Jordan from LeBron James. And with that being said, my little mini rant is over. It's Tuesday. You already know what it is, man. Hopefully you guys got some tacos. I'm about to eat some tacos tonight. Taco Tuesday for real. Looking forward to it. But before I do go feed my face, man, I just definitely want to let you guys know, thank you all for tuning in, checking out your boy, man. You already know what it is, man. It's Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? We're getting on through it. Tomorrow's hump day. Tomorrow's Q&A. You already know what that is. Very excited for that. Hey, man, I just want to leave you guys with these messages, let you guys know, man, that I do care about you all. Let you guys know that I definitely have a love and respect for each and every last one of you in the Hoophead Haven. So when I tell y'all to take care of yourselves, love on them babies, love on your loved ones, tomorrow's not promised. You know what I'm saying? Go out there, be respectful, be a blessing out here, not a burden. Be respectful, be mindful of people. You already know, clear head, good intentions in your heart. You can go far. You can go as far as you want. You know what I'm saying? With that attitude, just be cool, be kind, just do the right things, be responsible, be respectful, and we will reconvene again tomorrow here in the Hoophead Haven. But until then, man, it's your boy Skinny Hardaway, man, and this is another episode of Retro Heat Check in the books. And I'll leave you with these words. Peace. And wear your sneakers.